Welcome back. This is part 3 of the Call for Collaborations presentation. In this section of the presentation, we will discuss the 5 levels of support that you will receive as a part of the Planning Award. We will also spend a bit more time discussing some of the most frequently asked questions that we have received with the Call for Collaborations. The first type of support that will be provided to the awardees will be monetary support. The funding that will be provided for the planning awards is intended to be used to hire a convener or meeting facilitator, planner, or coordinator in support of your collaboration. So we envision that this will be a person whose day-to-day duties include oversight and implementation of the work of the collaboration. I want to just take a little bit more time and discuss the monetary portion because we have received some great questions about how that money can be used. One of the questions that has come up is, does the monetary portion of the award need to be used solely on one full-time person? And the answer is no. Some people want to propose the hiring of 2 part-time people as opposed to 1 full-time person. It's really up to the teams, and you can make the case in your proposal. We just ask that you articulate in your proposal who will be the designated person responsible for the day-to-day oversight of the project. A second question that has come up is, can the monetary portion of the award be used for operation expenses or for hosting? And the answer is yes. And as a follow-up to that, in addition to operations around supplies and office support, the other thing that has come up is whether or not the money can be used for travel or gas reimbursement. And the answer there is yes, too. You can use a portion of the monetary award to reimburse your staff for mileage and travel. Another question, if a team has existing resources and is able to demonstrate that necessary staff time will be covered using those resources, should that be mentioned? The answer is definitely yes. Again, the selection committee will be looking to see what capacity the team has to carry out what they are proposing. And so if you are in a position where you have funding from other sources and you're able to provide for other staff lines, definitely mention that, because that will go a long way in terms of demonstrating your capacity to carry out the project. 2 places where you might want to mention these other resources, the team structure section of your proposal narrative, or you can mention it in the shared project management plan as well. It would fit there too. Another question is, what will be the financial structure of the contract? Will it be a fixed rate contract or a reimbursable one? Again, the contract will be between UNLV and the lead entity in the collaboration. We will set it up as a reimbursable award. Prior to the start of your planning period, 1/4 of the money will be advanced to you so that you can get started hiring staff and getting organized. Thereafter, quarterly payments will be made to the lead entity from the university after we receive your progress reports. So, in addition to the monetary support, there are 4 other types of support that will be available to you under these awards. In the monetary category, you will have to provide a spreadsheet, an Excel spreadsheet, and a narrative that explains how you will use the money, the cash portion of the award. But you do not need to include in your proposal your plan with respect to hiring grant writers or information technology professionals. These next categories, 2 through 5, this is the additional $45,000 level of support that will be provided with your cash portion. And this support will be provided directly by the Lincy Institute staff or consultants that we hire. So this level of support, categories 2 through 5, will not come out of your cash portion. Your cash portion is just for you to hire staff. So again, your Excel spreadsheet that you put together reflecting your budget should only cover category 1, the monetary support. But just to continue on here, the awards will be provided with grant writing assistance. Again, our objective is at the end of the 2-year planning period, we want to position the teams to be successful to bring in external funding into Southern Nevada. So with that said, we will support you by developing your application, be it a state application, federal, or foundation application. The third level of support is technical assistance. You probably don't know exactly all the categories of technical assistance that you will need. As you work through your plan over the next 2 years, you will come to identify the need for various outside assistance, data reports. You might need the help of a scholar or people at other universities or people at other organizations in other parts of the country. We will provide that assistance. We will help you identify those people. Whatever the level of information or data you need, we will actually be responsible for getting that for you. A fourth category of support is what we're calling data and information management. Again, we have come to understand that many of the nonprofit entities in Southern Nevada are not as successful as they would like to be in the acquisition of federal funding for infrastructure building here in the Valley because we do not have our data systems up to par. Many times when our applications are sent off to Washington, D.C. and they're scored, we are often scored lower in the category around data because we don't have existing data systems where we can actually document the successful outcomes that we're having with our clients or our constituent groups. So a huge part of these planning awards will be getting the teams positioned so that you can get organized around your data, identify the data you're going to need, articulate what your outcomes are going to be, align your data systems across all of your partners so that at the end of the 2-year planning period, when you're ready to implement your plan, you already have the data in place and you can make the argument successfully that you know the condition that is of study here, you know the condition of the people that you're trying to serve. So the Lincy Institute, with the help of our Director of Information Technology, Dr. Fatma Nassus, will support the teams with their data and information needs. The last category of support is research and expert consultants. Again, like the technical assistance area, you may have some idea right now of the type of support you'll need in this category, but it's okay if you don't know yet. So that's the whole point of the 2-year planning period, to begin to come up with an intervention. And as you work as a team, you might discover that you need a consultant who may be in another state. If the Lincy Institute is not able to provide subject matter expertise, we will help you identify people who can to support the development of your project. So this is the end of part 3. We will pick up again in part 4.